Hey friend, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Alex and I'm so happy you're here. In today's video, I'm going to be creating this look using a bunch of new products. So yeah, if you're excited, just keep on watching. All right, let's get right into it. First things first, I'm gonna pull my hair back. I'm wearing it in its kind of natural curly state. I washed it today. I am like half following the curly girl method on the days that I want to wear my hair wavy, but I do still blow dry it straight sometimes. But I'm trying to give my hair a break from heat styling. I actually kind of like the way it turned out today. It's not as curly as it normally is, but it does have like a nice wave. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be trying is this e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. So I love e.l.f. in general. I just think that it's super affordable. It's cruelty-free. It's vegan. I just love their brand and kind of what they stand for. So yeah, I just wanted to pick up this hydrating primer and I'm going to be wearing it with my L'Oreal foundation that I've been loving, but this is definitely more of a satin finish and I'm trying to achieve more of a glowy look with this. So I figured that if I picked up this hydrating face primer, I could wear it under that foundation and hopefully still get amazing results. So let's see how this does. I'm going to take that much product. Okay, so I'm just going to rub it in between my hands. It feels very jelly and ooh, I don't love the smell. It smells kind of like maybe rosehip oil. It goes on very smooth. I like the way that feels. I'm gonna go for another pump because I didn't get any on my forehead. Let's see. Yeah, it feels like really kind of like a thick gel going on. But it does feel very hydrating. I mean, it's definitely unscented. I think what I'm smelling is one of their ingredients that is kind of a stronger scent. I don't know how to explain it, but it's definitely not like fragranced. Love my face feeling like very soft and velvety, which is I'm into. So I'm going to take my foundation next. This is not a first impression. I love this foundation. So as I said, I kind of want to test like how this foundation that I know works really well for me looks over this primer. And I'm just gonna take one pump, 2 pumps at the back of my hand and then put it all over my face. Now that that's all kind of all over my face, I'm just gonna blend it right in. So far, this foundation is sitting nicely on top of this primer. Let's see if it gives like a glow once I'm done blending it in, just to see if you can kind of see that primer peeking through. I guess it didn't really give much of a glow on its own, but it definitely made my face feel very hydrated, which I guess it is a hydrating face primer, not a glowy face primer, I guess. I will say this, it almost feels like the foundation is kind of slipping around everywhere on top of this primer. Like it won't set down onto my face. And normally this foundation doesn't do that. So maybe the primer is like so hydrating that it makes it so that it's harder for the foundation to stick down. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a trusted concealer, my Born to Glow NYX concealer. I love this. I've been using it pretty much every single day since I got it. And I love the way that this looks. It gives really good coverage. And it's just like, it doesn't crease too much. It's just a great concealer. So since I'm going to be testing a powder to go over it, I want to know that I'm using a concealer that I trust and I know wears well with other powders that I have. Okay. Don't love the packaging of it though, but the product is awesome. I feel like all my favorite concealers come in weird packaging. Okay, so that's on there, so I'm gonna blend it in. Whatever's left over, I'm gonna put on my eyelid. Okay, so for powder, this is probably one of my biggest makeup splurges. I'm trying this bad boy, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade 1 Fair. My under eye area is just a little bit funny, and it's not even wrinkles, it's literally just like my eye shape. Like that's just the way that my eyes fold. So I'm not like mad about it, but at the same time I'm trying to wear products that will kind of smooth out the color, like my under eye circles are fairly dark, and also make it so the products don't like sink into my fine lines and look kind of crappy. So I've been on the hunt for kind of like the perfect concealer powder combo. So as I said, I love this concealer and it's been working really well for me. So we'll see how it looks with this Charlotte Tilbury powder. And I might also lightly set the perimeters of my face with this powder as well, just because I do want to be able to easily blend products on top. So this is what it looks like. Oh my God, I already got all my like fingers on it. Gross. Okay. Okay, so this is the way it looks. It is so pretty. It's like so fine. I'm obsessed. I love the drugstore. Like most of my makeup is drugstore. Just because I don't want to have to pay a ton of money. Like I think the drugstore's crushing it, but there's something about Charlotte Tilbury. This is my first Charlotte Tilbury product that I am like, I need all of it. Like literally all of it, and I don't know why. But anyway, I'm going to take the powder and I'm going to take it with my dry e.l.f. sponge. This is kind of the way I've been applying my under eye powder and I love it. So we're going to try that method, but first I'm going to tap out whatever's gotten into my creases. Okay, so powder, swirly, swirly, swirl, swirl, swirl. So far it is a little more yellow than I expected it to be. Not a bad thing. I do have banana powders I like, but I just didn't expect it to look so yellowy. Okay, first impression. The color's good. It's not too brightening. I want my eyes to be a little brightened, but not excessively so. Just because I kind of want just my face to look one color. It does sit on the skin really nicely so far. All right, as I said, I feel like my face needs to be, at least the perimeters of my face need to be set down just so I can blend in other products. So I'm gonna take my big fluffy brush in the same powder and just kind of tap it on the perimeters of my face. And we'll see how this powder performs in this way too then. All right, as I keep on looking at my face like a weirdo, it does look nice. I think that my foundation definitely looks a little more sheer than normal. I can see more of my skin coming through, and I think that's because of this hydrating primer. It almost made it like sheer out a little bit, which I'm okay with for like a more like everyday natural look. And I do like the way that powder's looking. So far, 2 for 2. No like giant fails yet. Okay, another first impression. I kind of went ham on e.l.f., okay? You guys are going to figure this one out. I love e.l.f. and I wanted to buy a bunch of things. So something I picked up is their bronzer. I got it in the shade Forever Sunkissed. It's their primer infused bronzer. I don't really know like what that means. I think the tone is really nice and I thought I'd try it. This is the lightest shade. Normally when picking up bronzers and they have like the 3 shade situation, I normally pick up either the lightest shade or the second lightest shade, depending on how light they look. But this one, okay, it goes on pigmented. I feel like I didn't pick up that much product on my brush and it kind of went on ham. It's also a matte bronzer, by the way. There's no kind of luminosity to this one. And my favorite bronzer is probably my Hourglass Diffused Bronze Light, and that one's definitely more of a shimmery bronzer, but sometimes there's a time for a more matte look. So as I said, it definitely goes on pigmented, but it is fairly easy to blend, I feel like. So be careful is all I have to say. Since it's summer and I want to look tan, I'm going to be doing the W technique where I kind of do this with my bronzer just to make me look a little bit more sun-kissed. Because we could all use a little bit of that. I'm trying to go out on daily walks, but I feel like I wear so much SPF and I normally put on a baseball hat and my sunglasses. I feel like my face is completely covered, which is, I mean, good for your face, but at the same time I feel so ghostly. Okay, I think I'm done for bronzer for now, but I like this bronzer a lot, okay? It was really pigmented, it's a really pretty tone, and it was easy to blend. Like, I feel like you can't beat that. So, for $6, I'm here for it. Up next is blush. I am gonna be using a trusted old favorite, my Milani blush. in the shade Tea Rose. Okay, the next product I'm going to be testing is something that's been around for literally ever, and I've never tried it, and you guys are going to be like, what the heck? But it is the Anastasia DIPBROW pomade. I've actually never tried a brow pomade before. I started filling in my brows like not that long ago. I like the way my brows look, but I have realized I feel like a little bit more of a bold brow makes just my face look better. So I've been using pencils and tinted like brow gels for a really long time, like since I started filling in my brows a few years ago, but I've never tried a pomade, and I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. So I did go ahead and order a brush to use this from ColourPop, but it hasn't gotten here yet, so I'm gonna be a little janky and use a brow brush that I have, and then I'm gonna be using the spoolie that's on my NYX pencil on the other side to apply this, but I am getting an actual brush for it soon. So I got this in the shade Taupe, and as I said, I've never used a pomade before, so we'll see how this goes. But I'm just kind of gonna take my brush, wipe a little bit off, and just start filling my brows in and see what happens. Oh wow, that's like more creamy than I expected it to be. You definitely pick up like quite a bit. So I always start kind of in the middle of my brow, work my way down to the tail, and then do the front of my brow. Wow, this is like very pigmented. I didn't expect it to, I don't know why. I didn't expect it to be as pigmented. I'm only gonna use whatever's left over on my brush here to fill in the front because I don't want to go crazy here. Overall, I like it. My brow went on really fast, but I definitely kind of messed up here and here, so let's try to fix that. Okay, I'm happy with that. That was really fast, and it looks really nice. And I think that the color match is really good. Again, I'm using the shade Taupe. I found that the shade Taupe in any really like eyebrow product is normally my best match, just because my natural hair color, which is most of my roots, it's kind of like to here now grown out, is definitely very like taupey, like a very cool light brown. Wow, that went on awesome. I feel like now that I figured out how to do it, I like that a lot. Do my brows look equal? What are they? They're supposed to be sisters, not twins. Well, those are definitely sisters, not twins, but I like that. That was really fast. All right. I think I just need to figure out like, you know, the perfect shape for me, and then we'll take it from there. But overall, happy I got that. It should last forever because I use like the teensiest little amount. So I'm happy I have this option. I don't think I'm going to give up my pencil life quite yet, but it's certainly a nice alternative for when I want maybe a more bold brow, because my brows are definitely more bold right now than they normally are. So for eyes, I am going to be testing this, which I bought forever ago. It's the e.l.f. Bite Size Palette in the shade Cream and Sugar. I bought it at the same time as the Rose Water one, and I love the Rose Water one. And I just have not reached for this one. Like, I haven't even tried it yet. And I think part of it is because, and I'll explain why. So you've got a matte shade, you've got two shimmer shades, and then you've got this really dark matte shade. So this shade is a little too light for me to be a transition shade, I think. And this one is real dark. Like, I will 100% mess my eye look up if I try to go in with this as like a shadow and not a liner. I do really like the two shimmer shades though. So I figured, I was doing a first impressions video today. I've had this sitting in my makeup collection there for like ever and untested. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try it. I will say I was only gonna pick up the Rose Water palette, but these are $3 each. So I was like, whatever, what's literally $3? So might as well put it to good use since I did get it after all. I'm gonna just take this lightest shade and see what happens. All over the lid. Okay, that's really pretty. Wow, it is pigmented. I guess the rose water one is pretty pigmented too, so it makes sense. Wow. That just added the quickest wash of glitter all over my eyelid. Did not expect it to be that pigmented. It's a little bit hard to get even everywhere. I will say that the other palette is kind of the same too. I mean, I don't think it's bad quality shimmer, but I have better shimmer palettes, but not for this price, I'll tell you that. Not for $3. I feel like all of my really high quality shimmers are non-drugstore. It's like the one thing, eyeshadow, that I feel like sometimes high-end is better other than, you know, drugstore, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna stop looking for like the best drugstore eyeshadows, you know? Okay, so as I said, definitely goes quite a bit of a long way. I added way more to this eye than to this eye. I kind of learned my lesson. But I think that overall that added a really kind of pretty just wash of shimmer on my lid, and I'm happy with it. I'm going to take this slightly darker shimmer color and only put it kind of like on my lid and not everywhere, and more on the outer part of my lid, and just see how that blends in right on top. I like that a lot. I think I like this darker shimmer better. I think I'd like this like just kind of with my finger, just like on my lid, not like all the way to my brow bone, but just like to my lid. I think I would really like that for like a super quick, easy everyday look. And while we're at it, we're gonna try this kind of matte light shade. I'm gonna try to put it in my crease and see what happens, but again, it's so light, like, I don't know about that. I'm not going to any parties tonight, so. Yeah, that's not doing much for me. No. I'm just gonna match the other eye, but I don't think I'd do that again. Yeah, no on this on this matte shade. In the other palette, in the rose gold and the rose water one, love the matte lighter one because it's definitely a good crease shade for me, but in this one, no. But I love these two shimmers, so I can still reach for the shimmer. And it is nice to have like a dark brown where I could like line, you know, use it as like liner. But I'm not gonna test that today because I just want to do a wing with a black liner. But okay. So yeah, yes on the shimmers, not so sure on those matte shades. Let's wing the eye, shall we? We shall. I'm gonna be using my Physicians Formula Eye Booster. This is the waterproof one. It has like the little droplets all over it. So I'm just gonna do this really quick and I'll be right back because wing is on. I'm gonna set my face with a setting spray that I know I like, just to see how, I really wanna see how this primer looks at the end of the day. So if I'm using all known variables, like my setting spray and my foundation, I'll be able to determine if I like the unknown variable, which is the face primer. I was a math major in college, so clearly the use of my language conveys that, right? Okay, so I'm gonna take this. I gave it a really good shake, spray it on my face. Just kind of tap it in a little bit. And yeah, I like the way that my base looks. I'm gonna try this mascara. I've tried so many of the Maybelline mascaras, but I've never actually tried this one. It's the Lash Sensational. And man, you know who's getting me like crazy with all this drugstore makeup? It's freaking Amazon Fresh. Every time I order groceries and I go to check out, it's like, are you sure you don't want one of these items? And it's all this makeup and I'm like, and it's always like half off. And I'm like, well, I guess, like, sure, why? So I'm gonna be trying this mascara. I have a lot of issues with mascara, and I think I have found that tubing mascara is my solution, and I'm planning on doing like a full tubing mascara video at one point. But I do want to keep on trying like other mascaras that aren't tubing mascaras to see if I have the same flakage issues. So the wand is kind of a little weird on this one, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna put it on and I'll be right back. Mascara is on. Definitely volumizing. I wouldn't say lengthening, but definitely I got good volume and they look fairly full. They look a little short. I mean, I have short eyelashes, so it's not like we can work miracles, but there are other mascaras that certainly give me like that more like look, but not bad. Again, with mascara, for me, I've realized that I'd rather mascara that wears really well throughout the day on my eyes rather than when I first apply it, my lashes look amazing, because yeah, sure, they'll look amazing for a few hours, but if they're gonna look like crap later, like I'd rather have a mascara that maybe makes my lashes look a little more, you know, like not as dramatic, because I love a good eyelash. Like that's my favorite, like whew, lashes. So yeah, for me, for mascara, I just want it to look really nice till the end of the day rather than it be super fabulous, but then it gets everywhere. Like I'm not in for that. Okay, and last but not least, we are going to be trying this e.l.f. matte lip color in the shade Praline. So I used to own the Generation G lipstick from Glossier in the shade Leo, and eventually the freaking packaging fell apart. Like the product was great, but the packaging fell apart and I eventually got rid of it. So I was hoping this could be a nice little, speaking of packaging that sucks, this already fell out. But I feel like this one's more controllable. So anyway, so I wanted to replace like a nice brown lipstick. I like brown on me actually, so we'll see how this goes. Feels very similar actually to the Glossier one. I do like that. It's definitely a little darker than the Glossier one, but I'm not mad about it. I actually always wanted the Glossier one to be a little darker, so I like that. Again, not great packaging, but I'm into it. Okay, let me take my hair out. So this is the finished look. I really like it. Let's chat about the products we tried. So I need to test this more for sure. I mean, this is a first impressions video, so this is my first impression of putting it on. I liked the way it went on. It smelled kind of weird. My foundation felt a little slippy on it, but it does feel like my face has set down and my face does look nice and hydrated. So we'll keep on testing. I like it, but I don't know if this is like my new holy grail. At least not yet. Second, we tried this Charlotte Tilbury powder. I had super high hopes for it. It looks really nice right now. I'll keep on testing it, make sure it works with different concealers of mine. But it's so pretty in the packaging and I love it, and I love you, Charlotte. So this is a good one that I'm gonna be cherishing and using lots, I bet. Next thing I tried, $6 bronzer that looks amazing, highly pigmented, easy to blend. The tone is beautiful. Highly, 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 highly recommend it. Can't wait to keep on using this one. Next thing we tried is the Anastasia DIPBROW. I like it. Definitely a lot of product comes out. I'm used to the pencil life, but I think this is gonna be a good one for me. I think I'm really gonna start using a pomade more often, just for kind of a bolder brow quicker. And hopefully it stays in place all day. It should, so like that. We'll excited to keep on using it. e.l.f. palette, love the shimmers, don't love this matte shade here. It's like not dark enough and I don't know what it's supposed to do. And this dark one, I can definitely see myself using it as like liner on the days that I just want to use these two shimmer shades, but I do really like these, and for $3, like if I like 2 or 3 of the shades, like that's a win in my book. The next thing we tried was this mascara. Again, not the most lengthening, but definitely volumizing mascara, which I'm down for. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. And last but not least, this lip product by e.l.f. Love the product, love the color. The packaging's kind of crap. I kind of want to pick it up in other colors. Just, I want to say that the shade Tea Rose looked really pretty, so I might pick it up. But I like this. I mean, it's a nice brown lip, which I really enjoy on me. So yeah, what do you guys think? Tell me down below. Do you like the way that this looks? I'm into it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, friend.